I love the cyberpunk settings. No matter if it's games or movies, movies such as Blade Runner, that's one of my favorite movies ever. When it comes to cyberpunk games, I'm gonna dedicate this video as a sort of love letter to a game called VA-11 Hall A, or Valhalla. It's a cyberpunk bartender action, and it's one of my absolute favorite games ever. I have two versions of this game, and we're going to take a look at them now to see what the difference is. VA-11 Hall A, or Valhalla, is a cyberpunk bartender action. It's kind of difficult to explain what kind of game Valhalla is, but I would say it's a visual novel with bartender elements to it. The game takes place in a fictional city called Glitch City, and in this city there's this bar called VA-11 Hall A, or Valhalla. The premise of the game is that you meet all these people and serve them drinks. And when you serve them drinks, you hear their stories and you see the story unfold. The game has got a few different stories, so depending on what drinks you serve your patrons, you might see a different ending to the storyline. In Valhalla, the character you play is called Jill Stingray, and there's also a few other employees in this bar. There's also Dana, who's your boss, Gillian, who's one of your colleagues, and later in the game you get another slightly different colleague. I'm not going to say anything, but it might be a dog involved. The story is nothing spectacular. There's no big movements or twists in the story. It's more of a slice of life story, and I think that's good enough. I was stuck to this game from start to finish, and it just got to me. I really enjoyed playing this game. The graphics in the game is one thing that got me hooked. This game is heavily based around the old vintage adventure games for older systems like the NEC PC-98. We didn't see that machine here, but I've seen games for the system, and it's said that they were inspired by the games to the NEC PC-98. It's just a nice setting. The graphics, the sound, everything is just spot on to me. I enjoy the character arcs, that you get to know more about these characters. And even though there's no big twists, you want to see where the story takes you. Valhalla is one of the most precious games in my collection. Not because of value or anything, but it just made me feel like I did when I played games when I was younger. And that's a feeling that I'm always trying to find again. I like this game so much, I actually got two versions of it. I will probably try to find the collector's edition if I can find it, because like I said, I really enjoyed this game. This one is the Asian version. I got this one first because I couldn't find this one. I missed the pre-booking on this one from Limited Run Games, and that's why I decided to order this one from Play Asia. When I got this, the same day I found this one. It was wrapped in plastic and everything. I had to pay a bit more than I was willing to do, but I just wanted it. It's because of both these covers are just gorgeous, and all the aesthetics and everything is just fantastic. The Asian version, oh my god, this cover is just gorgeous. This with the pixelated logotype and the character art is just fantastic. You also have a very nice art on the inside. It's not a reversible cover, but it's still a very nice piece of art. The Japanese version has got Japanese on the back, so if you don't like covers like that, then I guess you have to look for the version from Limited Run Games. This is the version from Limited Run Games. It has a gorgeous cover art, a bit different from the Japanese version, but I really like this one as well. This version has got this art on the inside, and this is actually reversible since you have the logotype here on the spine. I still think this is more aesthetically pleasing than having this as the cover. However, a very nice artwork. As always, when you order games from Limited Run Games, you get the collectible trading card. This one with Jill Stingray on the card, and the Limited Run logotype on the other side. You also have this super tiny little art book. The game cards, this is the Limited Run version and this is the Japanese version. The Limited Run version has got the little Limited Run logotype down there. Like I've said over and over and over again, I really like this game. So to me this video is some sort of love letter to it. I think Sukeban Games that made this game did a fantastic job. They actually celebrated the 4th anniversary for this game a couple of weeks ago. And right now I'm waiting for their next game. It's called Nirvana. And hopefully it will be released to the Switch, but right now no one knows apart from maybe Sukeban Games. If they release it, I'm gonna buy like 2,000 copies of it and you know, store it in a big room. Check out Valhalla. It's available on the eShop or from Play Asia if you want to buy the Japanese version. I'm sure you can find the Limited Run version if you check out eBay or other auction sites. Both of these versions are super cool, so check it out. And if you haven't, it would be awesome if you would subscribe and maybe give us a thumbs up on the video. That would help because more people would see our videos. And also stay tuned for some cool things coming up in the next few weeks. We'll be back with big stuff.